Riboti iyo egimainie na uhoro wigie atumia na urimi guku bururi-ini na uria magukorwo magiteithika na thoko ya AU kumana na urimi wao. Uhoro wigie urimi na magetha na gwetha thoko ni ekoretwo ari undu ukoretwo na uritu muingi, na riu atumia aria magikoragwo thiini wa urimi wa mithemba itiganite, urimi wa mimera iria ikuruhanagio na ndawa na mimera iria ikuruhanagio na irio, riu ni magukorwo na munyaka wa kugia na thoko. Reke twamukire riboti iyo.
Empowering communities, promoting sustainable practices and investing in women as leaders of change. The MAPS ACE project, short for Medicinal and Aromatic Plants for African Circular Economy, is more than a development initiative. It is a collaboration, a conversation between continents, a bridge built on vocational education, innovation, and mutual respect.
Herbs production in this country for commercial has not been there for quite some time. And there's a lot of data, a lot of issues that have been asked, and we don't have, like now when we talk about even the 15 billion trees we talk about planting, we're talking about planting things on land women don't own. We're talking about using water that we have to buy. So it's a challenge because how we started off as a business, it was just leasing land.
We have seen that the association continues to be successful because 60% of our members are women. And that's at all levels. It's not just at the lowest level, right up to the technical aspects. In other words, processing it and even putting it into training modules.
The demand that is there for the medicinal, for the health, for the food, it is endless. So these are areas that we can leverage on.
Tugithii na mbere ni ati mutafariri wa bajeti Margaret Nyakango augite ungumania na uhuthiri moru wa mbeca cia muingi kaunti-ini no uthiete na mbere kwambatira, akiuga aingi a mabitha kaunti matirarumirira mutaratara wa kuramata na kuhuthira igai ria kaunti na njira iria yagiriire. No kanjo ya magavana igitetera ni reganite na uge wa Nyakango. Muikariri giti wa kanjo ya magavana Ahmed Abdullahi akiuga mbeca iria kaunti igayagirwo ni nini muno kuringithanio na motungata maria mari metha-ini yao. Miario o teno ni rutirwo hindi ya kigomano kia 29 kia andiki a honge itiganite cia kaunti kiria kiri kaunti-ini ya Mombasa.
From the floor, there will be any other questions. So our lead.
But do you feel that
they actually don't come because I've never seen them? They just hover around Nairobi and they say they are in the COB's office. They'll come, deposit some documents, and then they want to kill as much time in Nairobi as possible under the pretext that they are in the COB's office. So please take some of those comments with a large spoonful of salt, not even a pinch. Yes, they lie. They just want to be in Nairobi and they use the COB's office.
The 47 counties get only 10% of the annual budget. This country has a 4 trillion budget every single year, and counties get something in the region of 400 billion, which is just 10%, to do all the 14 functions in the fourth schedule, which functions are critical to Kenyans. Early childhood education, health, water, and all those other functions, including agriculture and livestock, only get 10% for the 47 counties. So I do not believe, from where I sit as chair of council, that the problem of this country, the problem of financial burden, is a problem of the counties. The problem of financial burden is a problem of mismanagement of debt, and is a problem of the national bureaucracy not shrinking even after devolving a lot of services to the counties.
Kiama kia arutani University-ini ya Nairobi UASU ni kiandikithitie kumbwo gwa kanjo njeru iria igukinyaneria uruti mwega wa wira thukuru-ini uyu. Kiama giki kiugite kanjo ino kana iria iriho igitongorio ni muikariri giti wayo Amukoa Anangwe ni iratwarithia mihango mugaru na watho na uguo mendekithia kamite ya kuhurana na ungumania EACC etafanie kanjo eno kana etafanirie kanjo eno uthuthuria na icokie ciringi milioni 24 iria ihuthiritwo oru ni kanjo eno hamwe na gutacokerio ikinya kwa mwandiki munene kana mwandiki wa kanjo eno Collins Omondi.
Kurumirira gukanjwo na guteanirio gwa kanjo iria irarugamirire University ya Nairobi ni Minister wa Githomo Julius Migos ni uhuthiri moru wa kigina kia muingi kia makiria mashiringi milioni 24 kia makia arutani kia UASU ni gitugirite ikinya riri gikiendekithia kumbwo weru wa kanjo iria kurugamirira mihango university ino.
Is supposed to have 4 meetings.
Gitongoretio ni muikariri giti wa kiama giki Richard Bosire na mwandiki kiama-ini giki Maloba Wekesa ni mamenereirio tongoria wa muikariri giti wa kanjo ya University ya Nairobi Amukawa Anangwe na kiria maugite ni uhuthiri moru wa kigina kia muingi kia makiria ma ciringi milioni 24 uhuthiri moru wa wabici wa guthamathamia aruti a wira na kurugamia ngewira hamwe na kuongerera ihinda ria kandarathi ya uruti wa wira.
Anangwe and others in the court cases that they have instigated. This rot has to be brought to an end.
We are demanding that we need a university led by men and women of honor who can unearth the dysfunctions of the current cesspool and rot we find ourselves in. UASU is demanding an investigation into the cost center that has become the Amukoa Anangwe-led council and its attendant questionable, lavish expenses in a financially struggling institution.
Kiama giki ni kiuritie kamiti ya kuhurana na ungumania EACC itafanie uthuthuria wao na gucokia kigina kia muingi kiria kihuthiritwo oru ni kanjo ino. Uthuthuria utafanio wigie ukomborithia wa mugunda wa university no mugaru na watho hamwe na kanjo ino kwiriha marihi ma njoherera mugaru na watho.
The council is embezzling resources of the meager resources that are available at the university. They have failed to recruit. Their interest is about themselves.
UASU is demanding an investigation into the cost center that has become the Amukoa Anangwe-led council. Such an investigation should be done with the express intention of recovering public funds irregularly spent by this council.
Oho ni kiendekithitie gutacokirio ikinya ria kiwatho kuri mwandiki wa kanjo ino Collins Omondi ni kiria kirerikana ni yambatiritie ngathi guku agiukirirwo ni gutafania mishemanio hamwe na kwaga gutia watho wa Vice Chancellor.
Collins Omondi has been mentioned. Is the legal officer of the university. He is employed by the university. How he doubles as a corporation secretary, nobody knows. And he does not take instruction. He has actually usurped the powers of his boss, who is the VC. The payments of allowances have an issue. There are no names, no roster for attendance of meetings by council.
Maya mokite riri kamite ya kuhurana na ungumania bururi-ini EACC yathite amemba a kanjo ino ikinyie wabici-ini ciao kurumirira thitango itiganite guku kamite ino ikihithukira mucii hamwe na wabici ya murugamiriri wa ihinda University-ini ya Nairobi niwe Brian Ouma igicaria maratathi maria mangikorwo na wira wa maundu matiganite maria ekuwirwo ari hamwe na kwamukira ciringi milioni 12 gatagati-ini ka mwaka wa 2019 na 2024. Handu-ini ha Kameme TV njitagwo Gathoni Wang'ang'a.
Minister wa ugima wa mwiri Aden Duale ni oretie thirikari cia kaunti kunyitanagira na thirikari nene hari guthinga mianya sekta-ini ya urigitani na makiria guthaitira mioyo riria atumia arito maramatha motungata ma kuheo ciana. Wambui wa Njuguna na riboti ino.
itemi-inĩ rĩa gũthaitĩra na kũrigĩrĩria ikuũ iria ciĩyumĩragia rĩrĩa atumia aritũ maramatha motungata ma kũheo ciana thibitarĩ-inĩ cia mũingĩ. Minista wa ũgima wa mwĩrĩ Aden Duale nĩathĩte magavana gũthinga mĩanya yothe ĩrĩa ĩcũngagĩrĩria ikuũ icio. Duale ũrĩa ũtabanirie gĩikaro na kanjũ ya magavana mwena wa Naivasha kaunti-inĩ ya Nakuru oigĩte thirikari cia kaunti hamwe na thirikari nene ibatiĩ kũnyitanĩra na gũkũrana mathĩna marĩa magũmagĩra mathibitarĩ o ũndũ ũmwe na gwetha kĩhonia kĩamo.
If you have a maternal mortality rate in a facility, let's say level 5, honorable governors, of about 10 to 13 or 15 mothers, I mean, we must be concerned, am I right? And now the regulatory bodies must go and sit and inform the governor.
Hamwe na ũguo Duale atarĩirie ministry nĩ harĩirie gũteithĩrĩria kũrĩa kũrabatarania, gũkũ akĩmoria gũtabanagia cikaro ihinda-inĩ rĩa mĩeri 3 nĩguo gũkũrana makinya marĩa matacũkĩtie o hamwe na gũkũrana kũrĩa kũrabatara kũrũngwo.
We lost a mother in my county. And it was because there was breakdown of communication between the lab and the theater. Because there was need for emergency for 4 points of blood, which the lab said could not be matched within the time that was required.
We have a moral constitutional duty to make sure our maternal mortality rate is one of the best in the region and in Africa.
Kanjũ ya magavana hamwe na ũguo maiguithanĩirie gũtacũkia makinya matiganĩte itemi-inĩ rĩa gũkinyanĩria mũbango wa UHC marĩa nĩ hamwe na gũtigĩrĩra arigitani nĩ mamũkĩra mathomo matiganĩte o hamwe na gũtigĩrĩra Akenya matiragerera ihinda iritũ rĩrĩa maramatha motungata makĩhũthĩra mũbango wa SHIF.
Implementation of assistive technology skills projects in the counties. Clinical waste, microbial waste management project, which is number 3. Number 4, postgraduate training and payment of registration fees or registrar fees for the doctors.
Dream that is long overdue. We have struggled with it over a period of time, and those resolutions and the continued engagement that we do propose to be able to achieve the visioned universal health coverage.
Kanjũ ĩno gũkĩrĩ ũguo metĩkanĩirie kũrutithania wĩra marĩ hamwe na thirikari nene nĩguo kũgacĩrithia sekta ya ũgima wa mwĩrĩ. Handũ-inĩ ha Kameme TV, rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Wambui wa Njũgũna.
Nĩ ngatho mũno Wambui wa Njũgũna nĩ ũndũ wa riboti ĩyo. Tobe tũikĩrio ro rĩngĩ nĩ tũracokereria.
Friday no tariki 25 na Saturday tariki 26 Kameme FM na Kameme TV nĩ tũrakunyitwo ageni moneni-inĩ ma Farmers Expo